Positive discipline, turning challenges into loving opportunities. Dear parents, parenting is a wonderful journey, but also one full of challenges. Isn't it? Surely, there have been many times when we feel confused, even helpless, in the face of our children's tantrums and stubborn behaviors. And in those moments, the word discipline comes to mind. But do we truly understand what discipline really means? Discipline is one of the most misunderstood concepts in parenting. Sometimes, the very idea of discipline makes raising children harder and leads to even more resistance. So how can we shift our perspective to be more effective in guiding our children? Where does the real issue lie? Today, let's explore a whole new perspective. Discipline is not about punishment or power struggles. It is a beautiful opportunity to teach. To help both you and your child grow together, we will look at why traditional discipline often doesn't work, and how to turn challenging moments into loving lessons that foster essential life skills. Let's dive in. Why traditional discipline often backfires. Many of us have lived through seemingly endless days filled with our child's crying, toy squabbles, or meltdowns over the tiniest things. Maybe your 2-year-old had several tantrums a day because they couldn't find the exact Lego piece they wanted, even though there were 100 others nearby. We lose patience, sigh, and just wish the day would end. What's our typical reaction? It might be yelling, scolding, sending the child to stand in a corner, or even spanking. Others might use rewards to bribe, or take away privileges as punishment. But in the end, nothing really changes. The behaviors continue, and we're left more exhausted than ever. Why is that? There's one main reason: we've misunderstood and misapplied discipline. We often equate discipline with punishment. When our children misbehave, our natural instinct is to make them pay for it. We may have learned this approach from how our own parents raised us, or from society and peers. At times, we're reacting out of anger, not guidance. We fall back on our parental authority and expect blind obedience. Unknowingly, we turn discipline into a power struggle, a battle of who's in control. A new perspective on discipline. Learn and grow with your child. So, if the old ways don't work, what's the better path forward? The good news is, there is a different approach. One that is more positive and far more effective. Let's start by changing our mindset. See discipline as a process of teaching and learning, not punishing or controlling. Let go of punishments that instill fear or shame, like timeouts in the corner or harsh scolding. Don't let these moments become tense face-offs. Instead, whenever your child behaves inappropriately, ask yourself, what can I teach in this situation? What lesson can my child learn from this? These moments can become priceless lessons in managing big emotions like anger or frustration, understanding and respecting necessary boundaries, expressing their needs politely and appropriately, building healthy social skills with siblings, friends, and adults. These are foundational life skills every child needs. For example, a toy-sharing conflict with a sibling isn't just a problem to fix. It's a golden opportunity to teach patience, turn-taking, and kind communication. A tantrum at the supermarket can be a moment to show deep breathing, finding a quiet space, or cuddling a favorite toy to calm down. Instead of nagging about cleaning up toys, turn it into a responsibility your child can take pride in. With this mindset, every challenge becomes a chance to plant seeds of important values and skills. Rough moments aren't battles, they're stepping stones for growth. And with a positive, teaching-based approach, discipline becomes lighter, more meaningful, and much more rewarding. Understand that your child's behavior is age-appropriate. Another key to staying calm and patient is recognizing that many of your child's difficult behaviors are completely normal for their age. We get frustrated when a 3-year-old takes forever to wash their hands or when siblings constantly tease each other. We don't understand why our child insists on wearing that red shirt to school, or melts down when it's time to leave the playground. But remember this: your child is just that, a child. They don't think or act like adults. They don't yet have the ability to fully understand consequences. What seems minor to us, a certain shirt, ending playtime, can be huge in their world. They're not acting out to upset us, they're simply being kids. When you realize that these behaviors, as frustrating as they may be, are developmentally normal, you'll find it easier to stay patient. Your expectations become more realistic. A toddler's frequent meltdowns are actually signs they're learning emotional regulation, a critical life skill. Don't project adult expectations onto your child. There's a common trap many parents fall into: projecting our own expectations and visions onto our children and their behavior. We picture what parenting should look like, how our children should behave, and when reality doesn't match, disappointment sets in and we try to force things back on track. Maybe you've planned a lovely beach trip, a family picnic, or a cozy party, expecting smiles and happy memories. But your child cries the moment they touch the sand, or throws a tantrum about walking too far, or has a public meltdown in front of your extended family. In moments like these, remember, discipline, or rather, the chance to guide and teach, can arise at any time. Even during the best laid plans. Just because your child enjoyed the beach last time doesn't mean they don't need your support today. A joyful day yesterday doesn't guarantee perfect behavior today. Don't expect your child to always be happy or cooperative just because you hoped they would be. Let go of the "they should" mentality. Focus on your child and the lesson they can learn. So what's the real key? Always keep your child at the center. And think about what they can learn in the moment. We're not here to win battles over behavior. We're here to support, guide, and teach. And when you shift your thinking this way, you'll notice your child's outbursts and resistance lessen. Imagine this: instead of punishing a tantrum, you patiently teach your child how to recognize and express their emotions. Next time, instead of flailing and screaming, they might say, "I'm angry," and go punch a pillow instead of hitting someone else. That's the power of discipline through teaching. In conclusion, dear parents, discipline isn't as scary or heavy as we might think. When understood correctly, it becomes a wonderful opportunity that benefits both you and your child. Let's reframe discipline as a journey of shared growth, not a battle for control. It's not about winning, it's about walking hand in hand, learning and growing in love and understanding. You're not fighting for authority, you're guiding your child to become their best self. Wishing you patience, love, and joy on this meaningful parenting journey.